Hello and welcome back to the Cove with more demo time. Okay, so on to our next demo. We're here with a new one called Menace. So I've had a little bit of a look at this game and it seems like a fair bit of fun, so I thought I would bring it to you and see what you guys think as well. So for today we're going to go ahead and continue with well, essentially a new run. I've done one previously to this, so I have a bit of an idea as to the controls. I'm not going to pretend I'm very good, but it is at least a decent game. Nonetheless, I'm liking what I am seeing. So that is what we're doing today. So we're probably going to do a couple of missions over the next couple of days. As you can see, they have this, well, a final mission, and we can kind of choose our path as to how we go about it, and that will open and close certain avenues for different missions and their subsequent rewards. So for the moment, what am I thinking? I think we go ahead and we'll try and secure the perimeter. Our objective would be to go ahead and sweep the area and clear out 70% of all pirate units. I think that's not too bad. So we've got some supply and we've got a difficulty measure here, and we'll work our way up. So as this mission works, we're going to go ahead and have a look at our squad. So we have a whole heap of different, what will we call them? We'll call them leaders. Each one has a squad with them, and depending on how many people you have in the squad, it will affect the amount of hit points we have as a group, as well as our theoretical damage as well. Because again, if one person's down, it means that's one less gun firing. So very cool idea. So what we're going to do is, well, okay, so we've got a few things to take note of. First of all, we have these promotion points. They help us give different perks for our leaders. All of them can pick up different bits and pieces. All of them start with something unique, and they have plans for many, many more leaders. Second of all, we also have, what is this? Authority? Okay, I think that makes a bit of a difference as to how things can go. But again, not hugely impactful to the demo from my understanding so far. We've also got improvements for our ship, because again, this is a sci-fi game, so there are multiple planets and things along those lines. I believe there is a larger strategy layer, but right now this is just the combat demo. And then we also have our squaddies. So for each of our squads headed up by one of our leaders, we have a list of recruits. So if we were to go ahead and have a look over at the top right there, we can go ahead and add on in extra people. And you can see that that squad can really fill out with 8 squaddies as well as our leader, which is pretty cool. And they all have different names and whatnot, so I'm sure over time it's quite bad if you lose anyone. Alright, so at the moment, what am I thinking? You know what, let's just go ahead and we'll jump into the mission. We can upgrade all of this stuff at a later date, but this just lets us have a look at our squads. It also shows what we can equip and what we can shuffle around. We often have limited uses of certain equipment, so we do need to be a little bit careful as to what we're doing. So let's head to our mission select. We're going to go ahead and secure the perimeter. Let's go ahead and plan the mission. So this is how things look. Look, at the moment we are during the day and the weather is clear, and it also tells us our objective. As for what we can see up here, we've got some pirate infantry, a chain gun team, what else? Miscellaneous, unknown. Another unknown entity. Okay, and do we see any vehicles? Not at the moment, but that doesn't mean that there's not enemy vehicles on the map. And within this little, I guess, highlighted section, we can deploy our troops and figure out where we want to start and where we want to make our way around. So, I think what we're going to do is, who do we want to bring along? Well, I think we're going to go ahead and let's just equip as many people as we can. I think we'll just go ahead and boost up our numbers for the next little bit. Let's start with a light troop carrier, or do we want the modular ATV? I'm thinking I'm thinking we might go with the light troop carrier. Yeah, here we go. So we've got a heavy and a light vehicle component we can throw on. In fact, I'm thinking we go with maybe... What have we got? An autocannon? That sounds pretty handy. Let's go ahead and bring one of those. And it looks like we've got a modular... looks like some kind of machine gun. So let's go ahead and pick that up too. Now, over here down on the bottom right, you will see the 1059. That is sort of the amount of requisition that we have, and all of these things, all of these upgrades will cost us those points. We have a maximum, but we also can get stars through not overusing them as well. So if we go in with less equipped, we can get some bonuses for that as well. So, speaking of bonuses, let's go ahead and have a look at Renu's promotions. So she starts with a revile in a slaughter, basically plus 6% accuracy and discipline for each enemy unit destroyed, stacks up to 5 times. So that's not bad if we can get some kills there. But what I think we're also going to pick up is the expert pilot, minus 50% action point cost for turning and reversing. That is probably my favorite one for her. So far I found that to be particularly useful. We can also go ahead and take other upgrades like using roadkill. We can run over some of our enemies because again we are in a big vehicle, and standing in front of them is typically not very good. Alright, and then that said though, oh yes, as we do go along, they do cost more and more to promote, and we have finite resources there. Alright, so what do we want? Do we want to go ahead and boost up any extra AP? I think for now we'll be fine. We'll go ahead and we'll collect those. We can also go ahead and add on a couple of little bonuses here. We can pick up some smoke launchers as well as vehicle ammo cases to give us a little bit more ammunition uses for these things, which I definitely think we'll take the ammo for. That could be very helpful. Alright, let's see. So these are our stats. Yes, we've got our hit points for our vehicle. Discipline kind of changes how quickly we break and things like that under fire. We have our armor, we have our accuracy, how many tiles we can see, as well as our concealment, and obviously being in a big old vehicle, not that well concealed. Alright, so we'll have that. She is the, let's see, that's the flower? Oh right, we need to go ahead and add her to the mission, so there we go. So we'll bring her over, maybe we start up here and we rotate counterclockwise, or maybe even clockwise could even be advantageous. Yeah, start up here, make sure we don't get outflanked, then we can cut our way back down and across. I think that might be a decent way of engaging with a few enemies. Either that or one at a time could be useful, so we start up here and then work our way around. I'm not sure, we'll figure it out though. So that is one squad. Who have we got over here? We have Charles Lim. What is your ability here? You are aspiring, so 30% discount to promotions. Ooh, very good. So let's have a look. What can we afford here? Minus 4 AP movement cost per tile. Unit is briefly winded, so we could sprint. Interesting use. If we do use this and become winded, minus 10% accuracy and plus 2 AP per tile until the end of the following turn. Okay. Cannot use it while winded. No surprises there. Mobile infantry, 5 AP, enter of and exit of vehicles, and more cover from vehicles. Ah, that's not a bad one. Extra AP after destroying units, extra accuracy when not deployed or pinned down. I actually quite like that. We might go ahead and we'll pick that up right now. And then... let's see, do we want to stick with that? I think we'll just go with one upgrade at a moment. I have unfortunately lost units before when playing this, so I'm a little cautious to not throwing everything we have into one or the other. Alright, so Jane Darby, what have you got here? You have Darby's attacks disable enemy specialists for 1 turn, so that could be very good if we're dealing with, yes, someone with some fancy skills. I think that's more like RPGs and grenades and those sorts of abilities. We have Edwin Pike. We have his unit never flees, his squad is set to neutral morale instead of wavering, and wavering instead of fleeing, so he will not run away on us. That is very handy, and I think we're going to go ahead and boost him up. I think we're going to go ahead and collect, let's see, extra... extra health could be nice. Less... wait, 50% to incoming damage when our health is below 50% HP. I don't plan on getting that low. Yeah, let's go ahead and let's pick up the extra health. That leaves us with 26 points remaining. And then, let's see, what have we got here? Jean Sai. Let's see, supply cost for her squad and equipment. That's good. And then, what's the last one? Cody Greifinger. So, plus 20% defense when adjacent to attacking enemy. The bonus loss is 5% with each tile of separation. So, 20% when adjacent, 15% at 2 tiles, 10 at 3, and 5 at 4. That's not too bad. Extra defense is never a bad thing to have. And what have we got there? Let's see. Plus 1 cover level has no effect when in heavy cover. That could be alright. Doubles defense and... what is it? Oh, and damage reduction when suppressed or pinned down. That could be useful. Deployment zone, attacking from concealment. Maybe. What about over here? What have we got for Jean? We can go ahead and pick up... dead enemies drop 1 refill for special weapons or accessories. Plus 5% accuracy for each consecutive attack versus the same target. Attacks have a 25% chance to inflict 50% more damage, and then some armor penetration and whatnot. I think we might go... let's go with the Tank Buster here. Yeah, 25% damage armor penetration against vehicles is good. And unless... hang on a second, did this guy have something similar? Structures and buildings. No, I think I'd rather be prepared for vehicles than the other. So let's go ahead and promote that. That leaves us with 6 points left over. We'll potentially be able to use them in the next one, assuming we survive. Alright, so let's go ahead and have a bit of a look. Everybody starts off in some RMC fatigues. There is no limit on this. That said though, we do have limited armor options, all of which of varying degrees. They will cost us more, but they will also protect us more as time goes by. Alright, so I think what we'll do is... let's see, you've got tank busting skills. Let's go ahead and bring a rocket launcher on you. That would be most ideal. And then... oh, wait a second. I'm sorry. I did not mean to do that. We can go ahead and also bring along another accessory. Go for some extra... oh, wait a second. There we are. Could go ahead and bring extra shots for our weapons. Let's see, what else could we bring? We could bring a drone, theoretically. There we are, the Falcon Sky, Recon Skybot. Very useful, and I think we will bring it, but maybe not here. I want to keep that rocket launcher available. Let's maybe go with, fragmentation, or maybe, explosive. You know, let's go ahead and bring some fragmentation grenades. That's not a bad plan. We'll also go ahead and see... what about... oh, that's right. Yeah, I think this guy we want to go ahead and bring along. Let's give him some better armor as well. This guy's very good. I think we're going to try and make the most out of his extra hit points per squaddy. So we're going to max his squad. We're also going to go ahead and boost up the armor. As you can see now, it's a bit more expensive because we have to requisition this for all of our squad members. I think we go ahead and bring this along. We could possibly go for the heaviest. You know what? Maybe we do bring the heaviest, and we'll just really maximize our potential there. Yeah. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's also bring fragmentation grenades, and then maybe, let's say a light machine gun. Yeah, I think that's probably the best plan. We could go ahead and bring a medium machine gun, but I think this should be okay. Our range is slightly better on the light machine gun, which I think will be fine. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to run with. And then we're going to go ahead and upgrade him from the base weapons. I think the best one I've found for him is maybe the crowbar. So I'm going to stick with that. That should do okay. Now again, we are using up a lot of our requisition here, so we do need to be careful. Let's go ahead and upgrade to maybe... Okay, so we've used the crowbar. That's one of one. Let's maybe see about the... K-Pack? Yeah, I think that's not too bad. Range of 8. That's pretty well on par. The range of the anti-tank is also 8, so I think that that'd be good to keep those together. Do we keep the fatigues? Let's go maybe up a level. And let's maybe bring on in... Actually, how much can we bring? You know what? We might bring in a fairly large size squad there. Yeah, we do get the bonus reduction for her requisitions. So maybe we do maximize that. That should be good. We've got... maybe we don't bring everybody here. You know what? Let's go ahead and remove him from the mission. That'll save us a little bit of requisition, and we've got limited bits and pieces, so I think that that'll be okay. Darby, let's go ahead and maybe see... what have we got? Disabling attacks. We want something with range if that's the case. Let's see. What if we got that has a long range? We've already got 8 range as it stands. And that's not going to change. Okay, so maybe we keep that as is. Maybe we also go ahead and bring... do we want to bring a secondary weapon? Could bring the medium machine gun. That's not a bad plan. And then let's bring the drone with her. That should be good. Fatigues, maybe not. Let's go with the soft armor. Slightly better than basic, but again, we're not going to try and put her in harm's way too closely. That does give us an extra opportunity for more, but I'll keep this where it is right now. And then what have we got here? We have, yes, that accuracy for when not pinned down or deployed. So let's go ahead and see, where is our weapons we can bring? The ARC, that is slightly shorter in range, but we do have some pretty solid accuracy modifiers. It seems like a very accurate gun there. I think that might be what we end up bringing, just to really capitalize on that accuracy buff. We'll go ahead and we'll give him the other body armor. Oop, and we are over our limit. Okay, so we need a minus by 13. Okay, let's see what we can do there. Let's see. We've got the vehicle. I like the vehicle as it is. I've already removed him. Do we stick with 8? 8? Maybe this is something where we actually switch it around. Maybe we go ahead and we drop Darby for now. That is a good question. I think... Oh, you know what? We probably don't need hand grenades over here. Let's go ahead... Oh, no. Wait a second. 13. That's not going to quite count. Let's drop the grenades over here. We'll unequip. That leaves us with 3 over the limit. Let's go ahead and... that gives us 15. Let's maybe bring him down... Oh, that's 26. Okay, hang on a second. Surely we can make this work for us. That's 12. Alright, maybe, just maybe, we go ahead and we... I think we go ahead and we drop Jane Darby. Yeah, Jane Darby, sorry. We'll go ahead and we'll do that. That way we can boost up our squad a little bit. We can even improve our armor a fraction. Let's go ahead and see about that medium machine gun. That could be helpful. Oh, and where is our drone? Oh, wait a second. We need to unequip things from people directly. Okay, so good to know that. We'll go ahead and get that sorted. Yeah, there we go. So we'll do all of those. We will not add her to the mission. We'll go ahead and throw the Falcon on him. The body armor is the same. That's all good. And then, what was it? The machine gun? There we go. And we can even boost up the squad just that little bit more. I think that would work rather nicely. Alright, so that's what we're running with. We're going to run with Renu Rewa. We have Charles Lim, we have Edwin Pike, as well as Jean Sai. So let's go ahead and we'll put her up here. Let's see, Jean, let's bring up over there. In fact, I think we're just going to start up here in that corner. Alright, so that's our plan. We're going to start up over there, zip our way around and see what we can do. We've got a little bit of extra requisition left over, but that's probably inevitable. Let's go ahead and start our mission. Hopefully, we'll have an alright showing. Alright, so very cool. There's our dropship dropping us off. Looks like we are facing the right direction, which is very, very helpful. And then, oh yes, of course, as we are now in battle, we also have these two support abilities. Our dropship can come on in for a strafing run, which is very nice. Very good at suppression, and that is very good. As well as an unguided missile strike, both of which have a full round of delay, I'm pretty sure. So we need to be careful with that. Alright, so first things first, let's go ahead and get this drone in the air. That seems highly helpful. We know that they have to be somewhere up in this corner, so we'll go ahead and bring you, say, I don't know, let's bring you all the way up here. We'll put it behind cover. It shows us cover for the tile when we basically take our first click, but yeah, the second one is needed for confirming. Alright, so we have some scavengers up there. Yeah, alright, so let's quickly have a look. Yeah, so these are what we're fighting. We've got a guy with an RPG, we've got a couple of others with some assault rifles of kind, and, well, we'll make it work. Alright, so now that we've done that, let's go ahead and we need to advance. I'm thinking we'll go ahead and move up as far as we can. Now, after we've finished our turn, each enemy gets, well, basically it's one then the other, or, oh man, they destroyed our drone straight away.
Way worse than that.
Okay, you know what? That's very unfortunate. That is very irritating. I was not expecting them to have such a good shot. Alright, well, what to do? We need to figure out where they are. So as I said, we have a turn, they have a turn, and back and forth. So it's not an entire team, it is individual units. So everybody else around the map will be doing things as we are sorting out what we are sorting out. Alright, so let's see. I think what we might do is maybe, I don't know, let's go ahead and move all the way out here. We can go ahead and do a few things to help us out. There is this deploy, which costs us 20 AP. Basically, we take a knee. It does help with accuracy as well as defense. Basically, we're harder to shoot if you're crouched. Who would have thought? But that is the thing. And then you also, depending on what weapons you bring, you can even have some, what do we call them? We'll go with... what do you call it? Special equipment that might need things to be deployed. If, for instance, I did have a mortar in the other game, which I obviously could not really fire on the run, I had to take a turn, sit down, set up the mortar, and then open fire. So, yeah, those things can be, such things. Alright, so either way, we're going to go ahead and quickly zip up over here. We're going to spread it out. We're going to try and take these guys down fairly quickly. Very unfortunate that I lost my drone early on, but it looks like everyone else has had their move. Let's see.
Yeah?
I think we should be able to get eyes on our target. Oh, wait. Let's use... Oh, wait, sorry. That was not what I needed. I wanted...
What?
Yeah, let's bring Renu up over here. We can move up for 36. You can see our AP represented down here. We've got a maximum of 100. I don't know if that's something that can be improved with skills or not, but for now it is what it is. And that's also what the cost is at the bottom of the screen for each of our abilities. So if we want to take multiple shots, you've got to be careful. But either way, we're going to go ahead and move on. Yeah, we're going to move on up. We're going to keep enough AP to open fire at these guys. Oh dear. Alright, maybe that was easier said than done. Let's move up one more tile. We do get penalties for turning and whatnot. It costs us more AP. And, oh yes, if we're on road or on concrete and whatnot, it is actually a lot easier for us to be able to turn. There's different AP costs and things. Okay, so, well, that's not good. They've already started to open fire. Looks like they've decided to shoot and then move, and they're in cover now. Very unfortunate that we couldn't get a shot on them earlier. So what have we got? Are we currently in range? Not particularly. Poor accuracy. Alright, well then, let's just go ahead and move. Let's see, is there anywhere where we can go? One tile closer might actually let us fire twice. We'll see if that's possible. That is slightly out of range, so I guess we'll go ahead and we'll move up a little bit closer. There we go. We'll go ahead and we'll leave 46 AP so we can start putting some damage on these guys. So it shows over there on the right, we've got poor accuracy, but if we do hit, we do have full armor penetration, and we'll get low suppression. Now, suppression is a value that will basically affect how you can shoot and get shot. So if you're suppressed, well, I may as well show you. Or maybe not. Okay. So suppression basically works. There's a little bit of a meter that's above each of our enemies. They're unaffected at the moment, but when they are suppressed, they'll go ahead and they'll hunker down a little bit, and then if we manage to pin them down, they'll basically go prone, and there's nothing that they can really do for the turn. So they're very, well, you very much want to be able to avoid such troubles. Alright. Let's see what we can do here. Can we do... we've still got... We'll see how this plays out. Oh, wait. We're still a tile short. Oh, that is irritating. Alright, well, you know what? We'll go ahead and we'll move up as far as we can. Just that way we have a pretty good chance of sorting them out on the next one. What about over here? We're not going to get any line of sight. Oh, no. We're out of range. Okay, well, that's fine. Let's go ahead and... we'll move up a little bit.
We're moving.
And we're going to open fire. These guys are unfortunately in a very well-defended position. They have good protection on multiple sides. So yeah, that's not helpful for us. That said though, as we do change our angles, the amount of cover that they gain from these things does affect our accuracy and whatnot. So, you know, you do with what you can. Alright. So, these guys are suppressed. That is useful. I do believe as turns tick by... Oh, it's not necessarily as much of a problem. Can we go ahead and run over these fellows? That is a question. If we were to go ahead and move... Let's see, we could probably get fairly close. You know what? It doesn't matter. We've got plenty of ammunition. We're just going to go ahead and open fire. We'll go with the autocannon because, again, if they do get pinned down, they will take less damage.
Hey, no!
So I want to make sure that we deal with that as best as possible. Looks like they're at half health there, so we might follow up with, say, I don't know, some machine gun as well. Alright, and now I'm pretty sure we'll get rid of these guys fairly soon, so we'll go ahead and... Oh, wait a second. Looks like we're reversing. I was intending to do a turnaround, but it is what it is. Alright, that's the end of our turn there. Let's see, Charles, you guys have some pretty decent accuracy. Where is the range here? So, accuracy is very good, pretty much from 1 to 7 tiles, which is our maximum. Maximum damage is at 1 tile. It does drop off over distance. Losing velocity will do that. But we're going to go ahead and... let's see, can we move... Yeah, you know what? We're going to move over here. That also gives us cover in case they decide to fire at us. And we can go ahead and unleash some damage. But as you can see, it's a little tricky. Especially when they're... yeah, our accuracy is low. The suppression's not great. As you can see on the right-hand side, about a third of the way to halfway up, it does have those negatives and positives that are affecting your accuracy. So they're in cover and they are deployed, so that does make them harder to shoot. Alright, so unfortunately not as much as I would have preferred there, but it is what it is. You know what we might do? We might maybe try out a grenade. A grenade could be useful. Let's go ahead and move... Let's move up a bit. And then... Oh, that's still just not going to quite work for us. Alright, you know what? Let's just move up nice and close. We'll go ahead and we'll move on up. Yeah, you know, we're going to use up most of our AP. We'll throw a grenade on them on the next round, and we'll see what kind of trouble we can cause them. As for everybody else... Okay, we've only got you. I don't think we're going to go ahead and engage over here. Let's go ahead and start preparing for the other side. Let's move back up over here. Again, I don't want to uncover too many extra units. I don't want to have to be fighting a battle on 2 fronts. Alright, so where is Jean? You have a grenade. Would you please go ahead and throw that? Okay, so as you can see, excellent accuracy, full armor penetration, poor suppression, but as you can see, the bar is almost 2/3 filled, so I'm pretty sure we'll get what we need. In fact, oh, hang on a second, before we do, let's go ahead and let's go ahead and shoot at them instead. We've got medium accuracy because they are suppressed, but once they are pinned down, we're going to have a very hard time shooting at them. So there we go. We did manage to put them into... oh, wait, we eliminated them. Never mind, that's even better. I was going to say we can take some shots and then follow up with a grenade if anybody is still hunkering down, but that will do splendidly. Alright, let's roll on up and start to sweep our way around. We're going to go ahead and do a U-turn, make sure that we get our vehicle facing the right direction. Again, AP cost is incredibly important in this game. We'll move up a little. I try to normally keep about 40 in reserve just in case we can shoot at anybody. But otherwise, it is what it is. Alright, and so that's fine. That's the end of your turn.
Sir.
Let's see, Edwin Pike. Let's go ahead and move on up.
Seeking cover.
Now, I do believe we have better vision as people instead of in a vehicle. So, yeah, as you can imagine, you know, peeking out of an armoured car, probably not phenomenal for your field of vision. But if you're out and you've got a couple of squad mates out, you've got a much better survey of the land. So, you know, there's lots of little details in this that I do quite appreciate. Alright, but either way, let's go ahead and move on up. We're going to take some cover. I don't think there's anything around here, but I would rather make sure that we are prepared.
What?
Alright, and so since we know it's safe, we're going to go ahead and bring... yeah, we're going to go ahead and bring the car down here. And if we've got enough AP, I might even try and swing around, but nope. Okay, that is another nice little quality of life. If for some reason you don't have enough action points to do absolutely anything, it will automatically end the turn. Alright, so let's bring you guys up over here. We'll get to that nice protection there. And then with you out of the way, we might be able to bring Jean. Okay, not quite far enough. I was hoping that maybe we would be able to take that next tile, but that's okay. We'll do this nice and safely. Alright, so let's bring you guys up and over here. I don't think that there's any enemies nearby. That said, though, they could have always moved around. That is a possibility. But they're moving into cover. Someone's always got to advance, so it is what it is. We're going to bring you up and around. I try not to lead with my vehicle as well. As I said, with that reduced field of vision, sometimes you want them to move it into your field of engagement, so then you can open fire with some heavy guns. But yeah, sometimes easier said than done. Alright, so for you guys, let's go ahead and bring you... You know, we'll keep you... I don't like moving you that far. You know what? We're going to go ahead and run Jean up beside you. Again, you don't really know. There's a lot of fog of war in this game, so you have to be careful. We'll go ahead and shuffle you down there. I think that's the last one for this round. So, yeah, we're not going to get terribly caught out by the enemies if, well, yeah, we get caught. Alright, well, let's go ahead and bring... who do we use? I think we bring maybe the... Let's bring Charles up. Let's go... Yeah, let's go ahead and we'll make a move for this cover up over here. In fact, maybe what we do is let's use our... let's use Edwin over here. He's not going to be able to engage with anything, but if he can reveal something, everybody else might be able to take a shot for us. And then I think we start rotating around. Keep cover from this left side. We'll head on up and see what we can engage. You, my friends, let's go ahead and we'll move you as close to cover as possible. Alright, do we have enemies on... No, we do not. Okay, so you know what? That's actually remarkably helpful. We'll bring the vehicle up. Our vehicle does count as cover, which is particularly nice. So, you know, playing out your units can be very... well, there's definitely a strategic layer there. Sometimes you've got to pick and choose as to whether you want to move some cover up for someone following up. Maybe you want the firepower. It's a lot easier said than done. Alright, so either way, let's go ahead and keep Piker moving on up. I don't think we're going to find anybody here on the very edge of the map, but again, I want to be methodical. Let's bring you up into cover. Oh, 63. Okay, if that's the case, let's just move up a little. We'll move the 45 just in case someone does pop up on the very outskirts. Yeah, we should be alright. Alright, and do we want to go any further? The question is, do we want to try and aim for this kind of cover, or do we want to aim for cover over there? I think we'll go ahead and we'll move... Let's just move one more tile. We're not going to move too much further. Yeah, that's as far as we can travel without a... Oh, we technically could go one more, but I'm not going to risk it. We're going to end our turn there. We're going to bring our vehicle up just to provide some protection here. And then let's go ahead and turn and face the direction we are sweeping. Alright, we'll go ahead and call that there. Let's bring Jean on up. Yeah, definitely a slightly slower pace, but if we get outnumbered, the game can be particularly tough for those who get caught out with nothing around them. So it just is what it is. Alright, so we might be able to move up over there. I think we might also... Oh, you know what? Let's just bring Edwin up.
Listen up, we're moving.
I'm doubting we're going to find anything, but that said, the time I do say that, we're going to get caught out. I'm pretty sure someone was meant to be around here on the map with the intel we got at the beginning of the game. So we'll try and be a little bit aware.
Yeah.
You know what we could do here? Let's bring... oh, we could probably get one tile further. Let's see about maybe...
What?
Let's bring the vehicle up a little bit further. I doubt we're going to see anything, but again, we'll just get into position and hold.
Yeah.
We'll bring you up as far as you can. Alright, this is definitely taking me longer than some of my other missions, but you know, it sometimes just can be that way. Alright, so for now, oh, you know what? Maybe we go ahead and jump on into the vehicle. That's not a bad plan. Yeah, we'll see what we can do there. So, we're going to go ahead and call our turn inside the vehicle. Round 10 already. Let's bring Edwin down over here into cover. Or at least partial cover, or at least from the angle. Oh, and it looks like that was actually a decent call, and it looks like we're about to get flanked. Okay, so opening fire. You can see that suppression slowly building up for us. That's not a great thing, but it is what it is. We're going to go ahead and move... Oh, we can move one tile forwards. I don't think that's going to give us range on anything. We'll see what we can do. No? Alright, let's maybe go... Let's see, what are we on? We're on 88. Could go down to 60. Could also get a little bit closer. Yeah, there we go. Move 48. That leaves us with 40. That should be pretty good. We'll make the most of the movement here, because again, we do have a unit inside. And now we're going to go ahead and... let's see. Do we want to go for some suppressing fire against the pirate scavengers? Or do we want to go ahead with an autocannon? I think we might go... Let's see. We've got pretty good accuracy if we check this out. Yeah, medium accuracy... Full armor penetration, good suppression. If we go over there, we've got good accuracy, full armor penetration, low suppression. I think we might go ahead and build up some suppression here and see what kind of damage we can do. Alright.
Someone else look!
So it looks like they don't want our fight right now, which is perfect by me. It looks like they are pinned down. They're at less than half health, which is fantastic. Alright, let's go ahead and...
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? We could probably bring Jean up into cover, but we've got troops inside. Let's quickly go ahead and... let's move on out. We'll quickly move over there, so we at least have cover from this position, and maybe we might see something. But it looks like that is not the case. Let's go... let's see. Move over there. We don't quite have enough to get into that extra tile. Let's go ahead and... You know what? We're going to see if I can see where those troops went. Alright, so they're no longer there. That was the last known position of them. It looks like they tried to zigzag around, and they are a flamethrower team, and we are just right on the cusp. So we do need to be careful. Unless... Oh dear.
Ah, fuck.
Okay, so maybe that wasn't the same group. There could actually be two units down here. That is going to be very useful for us to know. I'm thinking... what do we do?
Finally.
We've got Jean. Jean's our only one left. Let's go ahead and move all the way up. We're just going to have to leave things be. We could maybe go for an airstrike or a mini thing, but again, without any information, it's very much a questionable choice. Alright, so as you can see at the end of the round, we've gone from pinned down to suppressed, and yeah, that's not exactly what I want. Let's bring... Let's see, let's maybe move up into cover over here. If we're going to have to fight, let's make sure that we're not getting shot at out of cover. And there's somewhere back there. Ooh. And we're going to be out of range for anything else. Okay, you know what? Let's just move into the strongest cover we can find. Okay, and there are indeed 2 units down there. Alright, so at this point, the only thing we can do is end our turn. Hopefully they don't flame us. I don't think they'll be quite close enough.
Never!
But flamethrowers are absolutely devastating, believe it or not. Alright, so let's see. Current ranges, we don't have what it takes to take out them.
Sir.
Let's see. You know what? Gene, I reckon you could probably go ahead and take a couple of shots at these guys. Yeah, do we have, we already have range as it is. You know what? Maybe that's what we go for. Yeah, let's go ahead and, we'll take a regular shot at these guys. We'll just stay where we are. Alright, so they're wavering and pinned down, so I do believe they can flee, but I don't know if they're going to get that opportunity. We're going to follow up with some more. Just build up that suppression as high as we can, potentially do some extra damage, and we'll just call that... Oh, actually, you know what? Let's shuffle a little bit closer. Just that way on the next turn we might have a slightly better position. Alright, what are you guys doing? You're moving up. And they're taking pot shots. But as you can see, not very effective. We're not really affected by that. We're in good cover. And yeah. That said though, when you do shoot, there is often a little bit of overspray because again, accuracy isn't guaranteed. So it can do a little bit of, what do we call it? Extra suppression. That can be a thing. Alright, so what are we going to do? We need... You know what? We're only going to get to take 1 shot this time round. Let's go ahead and move up. We'll see about maybe firing that autocannon. As it says, controlled salvo with large caliber high explosive rounds, very effective against clustered infantry or light structures. Well, if that's not clustered infantry, I don't know what is. So what have we got here? The chain gun team or the flamethrower team? I think we're going to go for the flamethrowers. Let's go ahead and put some damage on the target. Alright, so, didn't quite take them all out, but as you can see... Ooh, 1, 2 are already down. That's half the squad out of the way. That's what we wanted. Let's go ahead and we'll turn and move a little bit closer just so we have some better ranges on the next round. You, my friend, let's see. What do we need? If we move over here, we might be able to take a shot. If we can put some suppression on this guy, that would also be rather nice. I'm guessing we can. Yeah, there we go. Good accuracy, low suppression. It's not as good as it could be, but these guys are already suppressed, so let's mitigate their ability to hurt us. Okay, and it looks like our full squad there
Give you your due.
did some very good work there. Alright, excellent, excellent. Let's go ahead and bring Charles up a little bit. I think we'll go... Actually, you know what? Maybe we just shoot at him. We've got good accuracy. Yeah, you know what? Let's just go ahead and see if we can take him out. Excellent. So that was the end of that squad there. Making our way through our objective. And then, yeah, we didn't even advance. So we can start moving on towards the next objective. And that is back into an easterly position, I believe. So let's go ahead and... oh, I forgot about these guys. Okay.
Alert! EMP!
They're going for an EMP team? Okay, so I haven't seen these guys before, but I'm pretty sure they can take out our vehicle, or at least slow it down. So I suppose...
What?
It's probably advisable to go ahead and use this thing ASAP. So let's go ahead and see. What have you got? You've clustered up nicely. There's a few of you there. I think we'll go ahead and fire our autocannon and try and destroy some of these guys.
Keep it up, Marine.
Alright, and it looks like that was a kill. And then I think over here, machine gun might be our best course of action. We've got best accuracy at 4 tiles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so it's not perfect, but it's not bad either. What about the autocannon? 6 is actually, you know, the perfect accuracy. Alright, never mind. We're going to go for it. We've got good accuracy. It's not going to get any better than this. Alright. And the squad is wiped. Alright, fantastic. Let's turn around and see about getting ready for the next little bit. Let's end our turn there.
Sir.
Let's see. Pike. Let's go ahead and let's deploy you. Yeah, let's... do we deploy or do we just move up? We do have some decent cover up over here. It does cost us movement to get out. I believe it's about 30. We're just going to go ahead and shuffle on up over here. We'll see what we can find. We'll try and take a decent defensive position. We might end up getting some troops. Oh yeah, okay, cool. We'll go... yeah, we'll go up over here. Leave us with a little bit of extra AP just in case we find anything undesirable, and then... You know what, I think we'll just end the turn there. I know we could technically move up to better cover, but I think that would be good for Pike. So we're going to be careful about that. Let's get Lim inside the vehicle, otherwise we're going to leave him behind. And that is not helpful to us. Anything that's close we would have seen by now. I say as another EMP team pops on out. Well, of course. Alright, well, you know what? This is fine. We know that the autocannon's going to work out at the perfect distance. We've got great good accuracy, full armor penetration. Absolute annihilation.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and move on up. We've almost finished our objective. Let's see. Who have we got? Pike. Oh, you know, we can get to good cover there. That is ideal. Admittedly, like a cover that does not move on us. It's slightly more predictable. Alright, so either way, we're going to go ahead and... You know, we're going to move on in. Yeah, that is all we're going to do. We're not going to start any extra fights right now. We'll just see what we can come up with. So let's go... Alright, let's see. We could probably move... Could move decently far.
Yeah.
Could also get our vehicle into position. Maybe we go... Yeah, here we go. We'll go ahead and spend 60. That way if we see anyone right as we pull on up, we can open fire. If not, we can provide some cover. Yeah, we'll move up a little bit more. And I think that will do. Oh, okay. They've got a guy with an RPG. That is not handy. That is the last thing you want to see at very close range. Let's go... I would say let's use some of these abilities, but I don't know if it's actually going to be that helpful. We could end up causing ourselves more trouble.
Sir.
Alright, so let's see. What have we got? We could go ahead and move on up. That's not going to leave us with much. We could go ahead... Oopsie daisies. That was not intentional. I got to remember to right-click between these things because that way we at least have a little bit of extra, what do we call it? Oh, well, doesn't matter. Either way, we're going to go ahead and I think we're going to go up over here. Yeah, these guys aren't having a turn here at least. In fact, you know what? Maybe this is a perfect time for a mini strafing run. Yeah, let's just go ahead and we're doubling it all around there. We're going to go ahead and completely annihilate. And then you've got nothing left, so we can use that turn end to bump that up a little bit. Let's get Lim outside of the vehicle. And then I think we're going to go ahead and just an opening salvo here to try and suppress a little bit. Again, if they're suppressed
Get some!
and they're not able to go anywhere, that's going to guarantee the guarantee a few good hits. Alright, we're not even going to deploy. I think we'll just go ahead and call that there. And then as for you fellas, let's move up a little, and then I think this could be a good use of our machine gun right here. It's right on the edge, but it does give us a solid amount of suppression. Accuracy, I'm not really caring about. I just want to keep these guys pinned.
Fuck you, gate rippers!
Alright, so they're not moving at all. That is just what we wanted. End of the next turn, these guys should shoot.
Sir,
Well, what to do? Let's bring...
Yeah?
I don't want to get too close, because again, may not be advisable, but you know what? I think that should be okay. Let's move up a little bit. We're behind cover. I think the splash should only be a little bit. How are they going? Okay, they are still suppressed. Let's go ahead and put some damage on. Just to make sure that they do stay pinned down and don't get out of here. Alright, let's see. Airstrike. Well,
oh my fucking god!
they're still kicking. Alright, but they are nice and caught out, so that is handy.
Orders?
Let's bring Lim over here. We can probably get a good shot over there. Oh, wait a second.
Sir.
Who had grenades? Oh, Gene had grenades. My bad. Alright, well, either way, let's go ahead and...
Orders?
let's go ahead and we'll move on up a little bit.
Please.
Still no other extra enemies, so I suppose we'll just go ahead and shoot. Alright, was that all?
Neutralize.
Excellent, that is the end of them. That will work perfectly. Let's go ahead and bring... let's get Pike into the vehicle. We're going to use this to kind of leapfrog our units up ahead. That will work very nicely. And you, my friend, now can go
I can kill some
straight forwards. Alright, anybody else? We only need to take out one more unit.
What?
Yeah, and we're just going to hold that there just to be safe. Let's bring...
Sir,
Yeah?
I think we might... We'll take cover up there. We do have better vision than this guy, so it could be handy. We'll move one more over here. Yeah, see, this is where having the Eagle, that little robot drone, is phenomenally helpful.
What?
You can scout out things so much more easily, but unfortunately for us,
What?
well, that doesn't always work out very well.
Acknowledged.
Alright, we're just going to go ahead and hit the gas. We're going to see what's further up. I'm thinking maybe over here, but for now we're going to... Oh, you know what? We're going to fully advance. At least this way, if we drop others out, we can hop by some cover that's not the vehicle.
Got eyes on an enemy.
Oh, and would you believe it? That's exactly what we want to do. So that'll cost us 48 to get out of here. We do see extra troops back over there. Let's go ahead and open fire. I think we'll go... Let's see. Chain guns. Chain guns. We can only take one shot or the other. So let's see. Best accuracy is at 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That looks pretty good. So low accuracy, full armor, penetration, good suppression, or do we go for the regular shot, medium accuracy with low suppression? I think we go for the good shots. We've got full armor penetration. I'm not concerned about them surviving. We've got a lot more troops than they do. We're only shooting at 3 guys. There we go. Oh, and that is mission accomplished. So we are done and dusted. Excellent. So that is, we've got some stolen trade goods. It's got a good value. I'm not sure what that exactly does for us, but I'm thinking that's for a future thing. Unfortunately, our effectiveness was not quite as good as it could have been. 14 rounds is what they were aiming for. If we had have had that drone, I'm sure we could have managed that much better. Logistics, we got I guess that's an incredibly small fraction of a star. No casualties on our end, which is very nice, and overall rating of 3.5. Sorry, pardon my hiccup. And now we also choose a reward. So, what have we got here? We have an ARC SOCC. That's not bad. Some decent range, decent accuracy modifier. Oh, I think this is what we already have on one of our troops. But then there's also an auto grenade launcher for a modular light vehicle. You know what? Who can say no to a grenade launcher? I think we go ahead and we pick that up. There we go. Oh, and before I click the next button, we've got our what do we call it? Our summary. There we go. Tells us what's happened, as well as our actual extra promotional points. Extra 16 for a 3.5 star rating. Not too bad. Alright, so we can even go ahead and check out how everybody went. We've got a kill count for 1 for everybody, 2 for some others. That's quite decent. Alright, well either way, that's where we're going to finish things for today. We do have an option between clearing IEDs and searching weapons cache, but I will, well, we'll come back with that in the next episode. So if you don't want to see some more demo time or any other series that we make here, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is the best way to catch all future content, and I'll see you next time. So until then, thank you for tuning into the Leviathan Cove. This is the Leviathan, signing out.